Every year in London, 28 of these first cross series in July, 16 drops, the July-shorn, Bundy-blood, G'day and nice supplies, you're not station-minded. Right out in great buckle for you to join. Right out those shoes here, they work there, 240, 240, 230, 220, you put it in. 220, I'm at 100, but I'm at 200, 200, 200, 200, 200 there.
Joins me Jason Deniliquin here today, 14 or 12,000 sheep here today. How would you see it over the three sales, and we'll talk about Deniliquin itself?
Look, Murray, I think I can see it probably comparable to the other couple of sales that we've had. It may not have reached the top of a couple of the other sales, but I think in comparison as an average that we've fared very well, and I mean, you look at it, we've had half our pens of young ewes here make over $200, and then you could throw a blanket, apart from a couple of pens, throw a blanket over them from $175 to $200. So, look, I think it's comparable to anywhere else. Maybe not the top, but I think our average would be right up there with them.
Yeah, you had a couple of well-established names here today in this sale. The Shippen family sheep out of Moulamein have sold up to about $220 from about $185. Stood up pretty well. Could have been a bit better even on the season. Sheep have had a tough time.
Yeah, look, I don't think, Murray, the sheep have probably, young ewes have presented quite as well as what they had last year. Two completely different seasons. The sheep this year probably just lack a fraction of the bloom as they did last year. And look, up until the last week, there's been no blooming rain in the north and no pressure from up there. And look, last year there was, this year there hasn't been. So I think the sheep haven't presented as well as what they have in previous years, but I think they've sold very, very well.
Yeah, 230 at the top. Good money for very good plain-bodied sheep, and it will do a job for anyone wanting to do crossbreds out of them.
Oh, yeah, would probably do a magnificent job. And look, where the wool market is, have a noted wool rep in the Riverina said to us yesterday that he had 3 clips average $2,000 a bale, lock, stock and barrel. Every bale averaged over $2,000. So, look, I think there's money to be made in the sheep market and industry, and you had stores. I mean, you had southern producers knocking off Coles and Woolworths yesterday at Wagga, buying second cross store lambs at $100 and late 40s. So, there's I think at $230 and mutton at $100 to $110 or $20 for a trade-in. I think it's pretty good buying, Murray. Yeah,
talking about the trade-ins, the 5-year-old ewes down the back end of the sale sold very well, up to about $150 odd. Some in the wool to $178.
That's look, and look, I still think with where the wool market is, if you can shear $40, $50, $60 worth of wool off them and get a lamb out of them at let's say at store rates, 110 or 20. And then you can sell the ewe at 100 later on. I think it's have them for 12 months and there's good money in it.
Yeah, talking about wool cutters, where the lamb market may have been a little bit softer than what we could have seen, but still in all, number of good sales over the $90 and up to 110.
Yeah, look, it was. I think it was good. The lambs, a lot of the lambs presented in drier, plainer condition, in comparison, particularly to Swan Hill, and they just probably lacked a little bit of yield and a little bit of cover for the processors in general. So then the restockers jumped in and bought. But I still think that it's good selling, but also can be good buying.
Yeah, and just to wrap up, you've already pulled the pin on hay. There's no hay sale for October, so just goes to show people, here today, gone tomorrow. There's no tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. That's it for the Riverina, and I think that if you spoke to any of your Landmark or agents, north of Deniliquin, I think they'll tell you as well that within a couple of weeks everything will be gone. So, look, if you're in the market to buy some, my suggestion would be get out there and do it, because you might find that they may not be there.